Told you guys, man, it's in this room. I believe in it. I really, truly do. I believe we have every opportunity to take the next step, okay? One thing we got to do is we got to stop waiting for somebody else. Take it upon ourselves. Take it upon you, okay? Take it upon you. Please, take ownership, all right? Hey, you know, sometimes in this game, we play the game for specific reasons, okay? And sometimes we play it for our family and for our loved ones.
This ends what has been a class week for the Washington Redskins and Doug. Redskins are the world champions.
Our new head coach of the Washington Redskins, Coach Ron Rivera.
Hey, baby, let's go! Yes, sir!
Washington changed its culture, changed its name, and went from picking second in the draft to finishing first in their division. The Washington football team has won the NFC East.
Welcome. And I'm very glad that is a perfect intro after the week that we had this Sunday. I hope everybody is great. We have one more week until it's turkey time. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? What's up, everybody? This is the HOG-side, and I'm your host, CJ the Hog, and this is DMV the Champ Brian. I hope everybody is well. Champ, what is good today, bro?
Man, I just need a moment of silence for young Dolph, dog. Like on real talk, if you don't mind, if y'all can just bear with me for a second.
Thank you. Yeah,
it's like, bro, that giant hurt me.
It's not good to see such a young guy who's very good at what he does. You know, he's very good at what he does, and he was very good in the community. You know, so it sucks to see that happen. Definitely my condolences to the family, and we wish them good health and faith.
Yeah, man. Like that don't really bother me, man. On to positive things, man. A first W we had in about a month.
Yeah. Definitely.
Congratulations to the Washington football team, man. That was the best coach game Ron Rivera has ever coached. That whole staff coached the whole game.
Yeah, I was about to say the whole staff. Staff.
I give out their props. That was a good game. I was shocked. I didn't think they was going to win, and that team from Sunday, this past Sunday, looked like an actual damn team, and they looked like they had a scheme for once. They looked like they came in prepared and for the GOAT Tom Brady, and you know I can't stand him. So to see him on the sideline trying to warm up, and he's not getting no field time, it made my whole weekend feel better, felt awesome. So
definitely. So before we dive into Week 10 matchup against the Bucks, let's go through some weekly updates.
Okay.
As far as with the injury report, here's the injury report. Give me 1 second. Okay, so the injury report is listed. Sadiq Charles, he is out with an illness. He did not participate today. Kendall Fuller is out with a knee. He did not participate at all today. Curtis Samuel, of course, did not participate today due to a groin. I believe that he's also getting surgery finally. He's gotten surgery last week, I believe.
Why is he not IR, man?
Exactly. I'm not sure. But Ricky Seals-Jones did not participate with a hip injury. Benjamin St. Juste is still on the concussion protocol. and did not participate as well. So limited participation for the rest of the team. Saying Cosme, he had the ankle, the ankle injury still bothering him. Antonio Gibson, the shin was still bothering him a little bit. Terry McLaurin injured the shoulder a little bit during the game. And we have Sammy Reyes with the hip injury, Brandon Scherf with his knee, and Danny Johnson with his wrist. Full participation. On the Panther side, we have Marcus Hayes, foot injury, did not participate, and everybody else is on limited and full participation with Frankie Louvu, with Sean Melvin, and Stanley Thomas Alva.
Gotcha.
So, without further ado, let's dive into this this week 10 game. So this game wasn't just a regular season. I mean, it was a regular season game, but it wasn't a regular season game for us. This game was redemption for the wild card battle in 2021 in the playoffs in the wild card. And Taylor Heineke came in after halftime after Alex Smith got injured, and he wowed everybody. He took Tom Brady to the limits. And the game wasn't won, but that's when Taylor Heineke got the respect from not only the Washington fans, but his teammates. And now, almost a year later, let's say 8 months later, we have Taylor Heineke upsetting not only Tom Brady, but the whole Buccaneers defense, and he just played great. The team played great. Everything was great on the Washington football team side. So, Champ, watching this game, I kind of wish I would have went to the game now. I kind of wish I would have got tickets. This is the game that you definitely would want to go to. I'm pretty sure the FedEx Field was crazy. I'm pretty sure that game day experience on that Sunday was very much worth spending whatever they had to spend there.
Yeah, because once again, you're going up against the GOAT and the Super Bowl team, and then like even before this game came up last week, Thomas Davis was talking trash again, and I ain't even gonna fake, cuz sharp as hell. He had a very good game. He showed that. He was all over everywhere. But he was like, he's like, oh, we didn't have no study on Taylor Heineke, so he got lucky last time. He made it seem like it was lucky, and Taylor went out there and still balled out pretty decent and good again.
Absolutely.
But this is the game that's still going to leave questions. The first thing come to my mind is, the Washington football team just had a good game, and then or this is going to be when I was telling you, like probably after week 8 or week 9, that's when Ron usually tightens up, because if you go back, he starts off so slow, and then he waits towards the end of the season. His team goes on a streak. He has done that a couple of times with Carolina.
Right.
I as of what I've just seen from past Sunday, my expectation is I want to see that again. Can you do that again consistently? And I mean, I'm always saying that this is the Washington football's problem. We're a team that we'll do good one year and then we're total crap next year, or we'll beat a team that no one in the world thinks we're going to win, and it's against an elite team. This is the second year in a row we'll get a really great team. We went up and competed and won. Pittsburgh last year, undefeated. They was 11-0. Everybody counted us out. I even thought we were going to lose, and they went in there and won. And then the Tampa Bay game, they won. No one in the world had them winning this game, especially going against Tom Brady. So that's how they was carrying it. My thing is, can the coaching staff be consistent with this? I'm like, okay, y'all it's like y'all kind of know who y'all are right now. You're a running team. Taylor shouldn't be throwing the ball no more than 35 times, which they didn't. He was at 32 attempts, I think. Yeah. And that's the type of game plan they supposed to be having. Even though your boy wasn't effective, he was effective enough. He had a solid ass game. He had a very solid game. I want to see this team. Can you do it again? Can y'all cause pressure again? Can you get off the field on third downs again? Or was this just a good game?
I'm gonna say this: if you was gonna have any other good game this season, it would be this game. This is the game that you show that you're not here to be pushed over. We all know the Buccaneers defense is one of the best in the league right now. We know that. Definitely top 5, arguably, as far as defense goes. So going into the game, not going to lie, it's intimidating. It's intimidating. Seeing how they have been very dominant on the defensive side, and then you have Tom Brady. They didn't have Gronk, they didn't have Antonio Brown, but I think Tom Brady still had as many weapons that sufficed there, you know. But you know, it's the thing about this game that really stood out to me was Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke, he just played exceptionally well. I mean, you know, there were some things that, you know, he could have definitely changed, but as far as like Taylor Heineke, he did what he's supposed to do. He did what he's supposed to do. The ball was on point the whole game. There was no overthrowing. There was no overselling. Everything was just on point. And, you know, and this is, I think that seeing this game, and I think he's going to look back at the film this week, and he's going to try to apply this further on. I mean, you kind of have to. You can't have this game and then go back into the guy who just is flustered in the pocket. You know, you can't go back. It's possible to go back, but I think that he needs to really look at this film. He needs to see the greatness that he's done and see the things that he could have done better. And I think that he will be okay. The next game against the Panthers.
Let me ask you a question. Is the jury still out on him, or you already know, like, yeah, he's just a backup, but let him play? Is the jury still out on him?
The jury is still out on him, and here's why. We know what he brings to the offense. We know the unpredictability of Taylor Heineke that he brings to this offense, and I'm not saying that he is the guy, but right now he's not doing no wrong at this point. You know, he's doing what he can do as long as the offensive coordinator put him in the right situations. And I hate to say this, as bad as I don't want to give him a compliment, Scott Turner did exceptionally well today. Like, I'm like, everything, like when I say that everything about this game went right, and there's nothing really much of critiquing that I can really do. Like everything was good. The offensive line stepped up. You know, even with Sheriff going down, the offensive line still stood up. We're
gonna get to him too, man. Like, as much as I have respect for him, dog, even he takes a friendly team deal, or he's gonna have to get the hell on. Like, it's between those two.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you have no choice at this point. You have no choice at this point. This is just the second time. You just got back. You just got back and you got injured. Like, you keep getting rolled on, and sometimes it sucks because you can't control that.
Yep.
You can't control being rolled on, but at this point, it's like you just got back and now you out again, and you just might be out another couple of weeks.
Like I said, the only thing is holding on to him. Shares what's going on, bro. The only thing that's holding on to him, man. And this just once again, everybody that's the fans and you, I've been screaming like, though, just let this kid just ride it out. Let's just ride it out. This is his audition tape. Because, like, if you want, like I said, I've been screaming the same thing. Taylor Heineke, this is pretty much a rookie season for him. Like, the dude's never started, he's never did a whole season. And we was all worried about him even being healthy. This dude has been healthy. He's been playing. He's been there. So let's just let's see what he can do. If this dude can finish the season at 7-10, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And my expectations is not high anymore for this team. If this dude can come back and we can win 4 games, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm telling you, I'm fine with that. But I'm not ready to write him off. If this dude shows he's improving, or he feels like he's comfortable now in the system, he understands the scheme of what he needs to do and what he's capable of, the job is his. Unless you find something better than that.
I want to say this. I want the Washington football team fans to understand this. Ryan Fitzpatrick will not play at all for the rest of the season.
He's not going. He's done. He's done.
You cannot. Yeah, it's hard to come back from the hip injury that he had. Not only that, he had a hip subluxation. So those you just don't just come back into, especially when it's crunch time, because as great as that game was, it was also brutal. There was guys out there hitting. It was guys.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were.
It was guys getting hit. That game was actually brutal, and it took a toll on some of our guys on defense.
Heck yeah.
So it's I just don't see Ryan Fitzpatrick coming back. So that cat is out of the bag. So Taylor Heineke will remain the quarterback for the rest of the season. Like I said, one thing that really stood out about Taylor Heineke to me on Sunday was his level of poise, and even some of the plays that got away from him, he didn't allow it to fluster him. He swallowed the play, and he just said, "All right, I got to go to the next play." The next play happened. Boom. You know what I'm saying? And everything was just on point. 8 career starts. I'm willing to roll test.
Thank you. Let them have it.
Yeah. In fact, if we draft a quarterback, I'd rather have him be the bridge or get me a star like Rodgers or someone. I don't want to replace Taylor Heineke with another Taylor Heineke. I agree.
Nobody's thinking like me out there.
I agree.
You.
And to piggyback on that, let's say we do go to the offseason and we finish the season 3-13. 3-14. Should say that. And we had one of the high draft picks. I would say, honestly, there's no quarterback in this draft class who will start for any team unless that team is really desperate to have a starting
quarterback. Not Carroll?
I don't think there's nobody in this quarterback class right now.
I told you that I don't like this class, but Carroll might start. He's going to be a top 5 pick.
Sure, you could be a top 5 pick in the quarterback, but obviously you see with this quarterback draft class that these guys wasn't ready to start off the break. I get it, the situations aren't the best with the Jets and the Jaguars, but at least we've seen guys play well, and they was in a situation that they were. Look at Cam Newton. Cam Newton went into a situation with the Panthers. It was a bad situation, but he turned that situation around, and they went to the Super Bowl in 2015. So, just some guys, they just need a complete team to be the mold. And there are some guys who can just battle under the pressure. And I just don't think that this quarterback draft class and next year quarterback draft class isn't suited to be put in a situation where they can exceed it. They need something. They need some type of situation right now. And honestly, I don't think there's no quarterback. So with that being said, in the offseason, I would say we draft a quarterback. And like he said, let Taylor Heineke be the bridge. Taylor Heineke plays 6 games. If Taylor Heineke can be fluent and be consistent, then you pass the torch along. Pass the torch along. Allow your starting quarterback to sit and gather the game and learn as much as he can. So, again, I totally agree with you guys. I think Taylor Heineke definitely, is the guy to stay in Washington. I think he has proved himself more than enough in Washington that, I think he proved himself more than enough. It's definitely from Washington Football Addicts, by the way. I don't know why it shows me in 2 years old photo.
Oh man, it's all good, but it's all love, man.
It's all love, man. It's all love, man. It's all good. This upcoming quarterback class is not like that, in my opinion. I mean, there's some talented guys in this quarterback draft class. Let me say this: But I think that it's only a few who just needs 6 games to get the ball rolling. But there isn't a guy who's ready to start week 1 in this quarterback draft class. That's just me. I don't think there's no player, not even the guy from Ole Miss. I don't think that he's ready to start week 1. You know, as much as I would love to, everybody saying the Eli Manning thing. You know, it's a whole different type of generational talent.
It is. It's no joke.
It's a whole different type of, you know, degree to how it was back then playing college football in Eli Manning days than what it is this year. If Cam beats us Sunday and Taylor plays like it has, I'm gonna be mad as heck. But if we lose and Cam don't play good, man, I'm petty.
You're petty.
I mean,
see, this is what another thing I need people to understand is everybody they hyping this story up, which is cool. It's cute. So this is how I feel. Cam is gonna get his, regardless what people say. That dude is gonna score, regardless. I know for a fact. I wanted him here. Personally, because I was like, he was going to bring a toughness to this team. This is what this team needs, physicality and toughness. That's what they brought this past Sunday. They try to be all cute with all this shit, young, and then you want to rush just 4 guys. Dog. It's like now they're going to have to ball out. They're going to have to really plan and ball out. You don't have your top tier pass rushers. You're going to have to work with your backups in this next man up mentality. You got to have a scheme offense right now. It's obvious what our scheme is. Does the offensive coordinator know what our scheme is? Or was this just a good game? We're gonna find out. And everybody complaining and worried about Cam. Cam is not worried about. Carolina Panthers have a good goddamn defense. No one's talking about that. That team,
Buccaneers did too. I mean, I'm just saying. Throw that out there.
100% about it. But everybody making this Ron and Cam thing, it's really not about that, though. We trying to beat the Carolina Panthers. I would like to win some more games.
I'm gonna say this.
And then you got fans already talking about let's just tank to get a good top pick. I don't want none of those quarterbacks. I'm telling you, I'm going back and watching all these games. I have Game Pass. I'm checking everything out. I'm seeing what's going on. Let's see what this kid can do for me. Like, let's really see what he can do. He's earned that right, and there's nobody else on this team I feel like is going to do it. I don't want to see Kyle Allen, dog. The only time I'm trying to see Kyle Allen Taylor have to throw like 4 picks in a game, or he's going to have to get super injured. That's the only time I'm trying to see Kyle Allen, Slim. I know what Kyle Allen is. He's a bum.
So,
he ain't good.
Let me say, right? A lot of people saying, you know, it's the Cam and Ron situation. Let me tell you this. After the press conference that I seen today with Ron Rivera doesn't have any bad blood with the Panthers organization. There's no bad blood there. He hopes that the Panthers, he even said he really, you know, talked about Matt Rule and how well he has done in Carolina. You know, even with Cam coming back, he's great to see Cam back in Carolina. He was happy to see Cam back in Carolina, and he was happy to see that he did well on his first game. Gotta be honest, like, for him to be signed in such little time and be able to come in, Matt Rule was like, hey, do your thing. You know, do your thing. Read this playbook.
No, the dude haven't played football. After this Sunday, the dude didn't play football for about almost 11 months, bro. And he comes in and scored 2 touchdowns. That dude, some dude's got it. He was a franchise, a first-round pick for a reason. He's a dog. We just don't know how his arm going to be. That dude is going to score. He's going to score on us probably 2 times again this Sunday. That's Cam Newton.
They said, Tampa ain't have tape on him. They said Devin White ain't played. They said Heineke took him by surprise.
Yeah, I just said that.
Let me say this. You played Taylor Heineke and almost the same offense and defense as the wild card game earlier this year.
No, they definitely didn't run the same defense though.
No. It was a completely different defense, but Heineke took him by surprise. Don't.
Devin White said that. But Devin White showed up. He talked trash. He showed up. They lost, but he showed up. Cuz was everywhere. He was everywhere and hitting. He made sure that you was gonna know who number 45 was that night. He balled out.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I think you know.
Yeah, Trubisky. Nah, I would take Trubisky if it comes to desperation time. If we super desperate, then hell with it. But right now, the crazy thing is, you can bash Trubisky. He has an outstanding. No, I wouldn't say outstanding. He has a damn good track record of game winners and losses. Check it out. He ain't at 500. He's way above 500 in wins. He has more wins than losses as a starting quarterback. But
so here's the thing. I'm a little bit tired of people talking about these quarterbacks and who we should get. It is week 11. The times of trying to go out and get a quarterback is done. Finito. There's no reason to go out and get a whole fresh quarterback and have him to learn the system all over again. We don't have time for that. It is week 11. And I don't think Ron Rivera right now is in the mindset to go tank. That's not Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera is not going to just say, "Hey, let's tank." He switched up the entire game plan last season because he looked at the division and said, "Hey, this is wide open," and everybody was like, "What is you doing? Why is you benching Haskins?" And you seen what happened. Ron Rivera made a decision, and the decision has changed. And I think when the bye week hit, I think Ron Rivera once again made some changes and was very verbal about what has been going on in the locker room. Sure, in the press conference, it probably looked like he's just saying, like, look, we're going to do our best. We're going to do our best. But I think in the locker room, I think it's a different Ron Rivera in the locker room than we'll be seeing in the press conferences. And honestly, this Buccaneers game definitely showed that. Everybody played and was firing on all cylinders on both sides of the ball. We haven't played a complete game of football this whole season. I just want to throw that out there. We haven't played a complete game of football the whole season. We haven't led by 7 points. Not one time this season until this game that just passed. It's embarrassing.
And best goes right back to the same question I asked you. Was this a good game? Or if not, show me. Do it again. That's my expectation. If you play that way against the GOAT, do that again. Show me.
I'm going to answer this question. It's both. It was a good game. It was a great game, if I might add. Like I said, complete football on both sides of the on the field. Can they do this again?
Consistently.
It's possible.
Consistently.
It's possible. I'm not going to say yes because you never know. Injuries can happen, and one injury can derail the whole thing. But I think that it can happen. And this game has shown the entire team. This game showed the entire team that they can win. You have to play smart. You have to be consistent. And right now, I think that this team that we saw in week 10, this is the team that can go to the playoffs. This is the team that can advance in the playoffs. That team, not the team before the bye week. The team in week 10, and hopefully if they can stay consistent ongoing, I think it can happen. Because the stipulation that I've seen on social media was, just imagine if we win 3 games in a row, Dallas lose 3 games in a row, and Dallas have to play us that week afterwards.
That'd be crazy.
To get a lead in the division.
But Philly in second place right now.
That's fine.
They one game up over us.
Yeah. But that's to win the division. Right now, we don't have any losses in the division.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The crucial time is about to come in a couple of weeks. Because like Ron is worried. It seems like Ron keeps talking about this. Yo, we got December and we got 5 games of all division games. We got it. Is Jordan Love on the table? Hell nah. It's too early to talk about Jordan Love, man. I can't. One game? No, I'm not going to do that. Mitch been to the play. Oh, see, he was going too fast. We got to go back. Mitch been to the playoffs twice with Case as the coach. I can't say any crap about Mitch, but Mitch is marginally better than Taylor after being in the league 4 years worth starts. Taylor has 7 starts, just saying. But I also just said, if you check his track record, Mitch Trubisky has more wins than this damn team has in the past couple of years, and as a starting quarterback. So, like I said, he was with Case. You never know. He might be better. You never know in a different situation. But at the same time, the quarterback situation, I've been screaming this since the beginning of the season, man. I just want to see Taylor play. I like watching him play. The kid shows too many flashes, and he also makes some bonehead plays. But I think let him have it. I'm tired of switching quarterbacks. I don't know about you. I'm tired. You ever just get to the point you're just tired? Like, hell with it. Let's just do it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. So I think this is the first time in the whole season where we've seen Ron Rivera is fired up an entire game. Like, it hasn't been a moment on the sideline where his arms is folded and his face was just straight for 60 minutes in the game. Like, Ron Rivera was definitely fired up. I think the whole coaching staff, the players, it felt like the culture was back on track in week 10.
That was just a well-prepared game. That game reminded me of the Packers and the Arizona Cardinals games. When the Packers came in with a game plan, that's the exact feeling I got with this game. They was like, okay, we're going to be physical. We're going to actually try to run the ball, and we're going to stick with the run. We're going to swap it up, and then we're going to pass the ball, and you're going to have to get us off the field. And if you get to if it gets to like 4 for 1 or 4 for 2, I'm a believer, my guys, we don't want Tom touching the ball. They came in with an actual game plan. That whole coaching staff had a game plan. And I want to know, that comes down to, again, okay, Ron, y'all showed us y'all capable of coaching a very well game against a top-notch team. Do it again. Show me again.
Thing, though, I think I can say this. Why I'm confident is because I think Ron Rivera knows Cam better than any other coach right now. I think he knows what Cam is capable of. I think he knows what Cam can do. I think he knows how powerful and how effective Cam legs is and his arm. So definitely, I think it's going to be another well-prepared game. This is going to be the test to see who was better, the coach that took the job or the coach that they let go. And this is going to be an interesting game. The whole funny stipulation of this whole game is, you're playing against the guy who took your job. You're playing against the kid
when we beat them last year.
Exactly. But this is the first time we've seen Cam in the Panthers jersey. And so it's going to be weird seeing Ron Rivera playing against these guys and Cam is the starting quarterback all over again. So, yeah, I agree. Let Taylor play, which is rare. Ron having a plan.
Landon moved to Buffalo. Nichols saved the defense. Yeah, once again.
I was just about to touch on that. Go ahead.
Remember, I said this. You can go back and check it. Ever since we played the Packers, I think that defense. I kept saying every week. I see this defense progressing. I see the defense progressing. You see them getting better each week. They tightening down on stuff. They starting to clamp down on things, and it just looks better. And I'm noticing it. They getting some third downs because, like I said, the Chiefs game we should have won. Easily. We should have won that game. We had too many. The TVs kept giving the offense the ball. The offense just choked. But this comes down to, once again, can your boy Scott, does he know who his offense is now? You got a running back that you fed the ball to, who scored twice. He has 78 yards on 20 carries, but you see what happens when you give him the carries. It slows the game down. You're making the defense commit to the run as well, and you can do your passing. You can mix it all in. If you're sitting there passing, they're going to pin their ears, and they're going to come after Taylor. He's going to have to keep doing the Russell Wilson move, the undersweep jump, and try to get out the pocket. And I keep screaming for weeks. I was like, dog, Taylor should not be throwing the ball no more than 30, 32, 35 times. All the games when he's throwing that ball that many times, he's turning the ball over. The 3 wins we got comes from your boy running the ball, touching the ball 20 times, and Taylor throwing less than 35 times. I've been screaming that. That's the formula for the offense, but Scott Turner couldn't get it. He wants to still think this is a passing team. We're not built to be a passing team yet. We always going to be a physical run team, punch you in your mouth, and the defense is supposed to back us up. And we need a quarterback to manage the game or just play a good game. Don't turn the ball.
Yeah. So here's the crazy thing, right? Taylor Heineke threw for 26 times for 32, right? This is damn near a perfect game if you ask me. Damn near.
It's a very good goddamn game.
Yeah. 256 yards, 1 touchdown. Then Antonio Gibson had rushed 24 times for 64 yards, averaged 2.7, and then had 2 touchdowns. Let me say this. I don't know what Antonio Gibson was that, but he was hitting them holes like he was 240 pounds.
Yeah, he had a couple of solid runs. I give you that. He had a couple of solid runs, especially against you're going against the Dominican Sue and Vita Vea. And the Bucs don't really let people run on them like that. So for them to have that game, and then Taylor was running a little bit, they got a chance to run the ball. Everybody, that's what I'm saying. They ran that game perfectly. They even let Patterson touch the ball. They got everyone involved. They had a scheme for once. And I'm like, dude, that was a good game. That was a very well coached game.
I agree. So the crazy thing about this is I don't know what Tom Brady was doing. He threw some questionable passes. The wide receivers just wasn't catching the ball. I guess.
But at the same time, he had number 93 was in his grill, Slim. He kept getting scared, Slim.
Yeah.
Jonathan Allen was getting through him.
And this is what makes him the anchor of that defense. And I think that as long as he's healthy, that defense. Honestly, I hate to say this, as long as he's healthy, any one person can get injured on that defense, and I don't think that defense will be lacking. I love Chase Young, but I've always said Jonathan Allen has been the sole anchor of that defensive line. Just the way he's not shifty like these these interior defensive linemen that you see nowadays. He's not shifty like.
How many sacks he got so far this year? I think it's over 5.
Yeah, I think he definitely hit over the 5 mark. What's crazy is they didn't get no sacks.
He's a defensive tackle though.
Yeah, yeah.
Any defensive tackle gets over 5 sacks out of a season, and that's not really your priority job, you get respect because that's hard to get for a defensive tackle. 5 sacks.
I agree. Definitely, I agree. No arguments there.
Because you really play the run.
Yeah, right now he has 6 sacks.
That's impressive for a defensive tackle, Slim, and the season not over yet.
Yeah, I definitely. Like I said, I think he's by far, arguably, top 3 defensive tackle in the league.
He gotta make All Pro this year, dog. That's All Pro for a defensive tackle win.
Yeah,
there's only a handful of defensive tackles I know that I'm like, yeah, he gonna give you about 8 sacks. I know.
Right, like even Ron Rivera, like he was saying, like what he loves about Jonathan Allen is he isn't the guy that tries to make a swim move or try to do that stutter step that defensive tackles do to just to like get away. He uses power. He uses the speed that he has in his power, and he gets through every time. And honestly, this is why he's the anchor of this defensive line. He's by far the best. I think, arguably. You know, if I took Aaron Donald out of the equation, I just don't think nobody is better right now. I don't think nobody.
Fletcher Cox too. Fletcher Cox a dog for the Eagles.
Yeah,
I respect that man. He's falling off a little bit due to injury, but that dude's a dog.
Father time, man. Father time.
Yeah.
You know, he's getting up there as far as his age, so it's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I think definitely Jonathan Allen has made his statement as being one of the best defensive tackles in this league right now, arguably top 3, arguably. So so let's see. I want to actually talk about this kid because he has been effective since we've seen him. I think it was like a fumble. What was like a fumble or something that he did? No, he dropped the punt return. Earlier this year, he dropped the punt return, and we didn't think that he was the guy. So I guess what Ron Rivera or what Scott Turner did was they got him more involved in the actual offensive game plan than just special teams, and it's been working. It's been working. It's been working. Make no mistake. It's been working.
All I can say is let's give him more rep. He's earned it. Give him more rep. Let's find out what he can do. He might be something more than we expect. He is fast as hell. I give him that. And he made some critical catches too.
But here's the thing. This is why I say get him more involved. 3 weeks in a row, 3 games in a row. This kid has had a touchdown in each one of those games.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Broncos game. I think Broncos game he had a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. I would definitely have to double check on that. But yeah, I think right now, and I think like his last 3 games, if I'm not mistaken, he has a touchdown in each one of those games.
Yeah, check into that. Well, he's been productive. I definitely will agree with you on that. He's been productive. He's been productive.
Yeah, definitely.
He's just fast. Cuz it's fast.
I'm sorry, his last two games, he had a touchdown. He had a touchdown against Denver, and he had a touchdown against Tampa. So,
and what did he do the game before that? Just curious.
The Green Bay, he was taken out. He was taken out of the game. That was the Green Bay game. Everybody was taken out. Every wide receiver was taken out that game. In Green Bay. So, but these last 2 weeks, he got touchdowns. Not just any touchdown. They were spectacular touchdowns. So I'm saying get this kid more involved inside of the game plan. I don't see why not. I think
that's what I was about to say. I give him a shot. See what he can do. You never know.
Exactly. I just wish Curtis Samuels was healthy. It'd be great to see him in a lineup with Curtis Samuel.
Yeah, it will be nice, but that's Paul Richardson 2.0. I'm already done with this. I see you next year. Get surgery. Hell with him right now. He's useless. That's Paul Richardson 2.0. Though.
I kind of wish that he could play against Carolina this weekend.
That would have been dope. That would have been dope. But he hasn't done a damn thing. He has 18 yards. See you next year. Get the surgery. See you next year.
If that.
They're going to bring him back next year. They just paid him that big money. He's coming back next year.
I hope so. He's
going to be a Washington Panthers. Come on, son.
So, you know who DeAndre Carter reminds me of in Steven Sims in the beginning of his career. But I think DeAndre Carter is shaping up to be a little bit better.
It's still early. It's still early.
Yeah, it's still early. You gotta wine and dime me first,
you know that.
Gotta wine and dime me. You know? Just like the Scott Turner situation.
Can you do it again?
Yeah, I'm not sold yet.
No.
I'm not sold yet. You did good against Broncos. You did okay against the Broncos. He did okay. I give him the benefit of the doubt. He did okay in the second half against the Broncos.
We should have won that game.
Yeah, you definitely should have won it.
That Chiefs and Broncos game, that was 2 easy W's. Two easy W's.
That is a great comparison. That is a great
Alden Robinson.
That is a great comparison.
Alden Robinson was a dog. Well,
yeah,
he was a dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get back. Let's see how he plays some more games, and then we'll come back to that. It's still too early for me. But that Alden Robinson kind of hit it right on the nose, though.
I agree. This is his third. That was his third game that he had over five catches this season. His first game over 5 catches was against the Saints.
That was another game I feel like we could have. Nah, we did spend now.
Yeah. Yeah, he had 8 catches for 62 yards against the Saints. He had 6 catches in the last 2 games as well. 1 for 51 and 1 for 56 yards and 2 touchdowns. So right now he has 2 touchdowns in the season. Definitely think he's going to get more. I think that
they're trying to get my man involved, but you gotta keep him in the game. You can't have my man in for 2 plays, Slim.
Ooh.
They doing my man Cam Sims dirty, Slim. You know that's my man, Slim.
I mean, listen. Speed kills. And he ain't
I agree with you on it. Speed kills, but I'm like,
I love Cam Sims. Red zone.
Speed isn't everything. I'd rather take a dude who got some hands and he gets some racks after the catch. And I don't want a dude who got 4.3 hands. You can be fast as hell and have 4.3 hands if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
So like Cam Sims though, like that dude, I feel like he never gets his fair share, yeah. But it's just my opinion. Like you said, when you got somebody more fast and agility and can be more of a playmaker, they're gonna work with that. Speed kills.
He put them burners on Antoine Winfield. He put them burners on him. Yeah, Winfield. I was like, ooh. Actually, before we actually move on, I got highlights.
You got highlights?
I got highlights. All right. Here's the
first. What's up? It's been a minute.
Here's the first highlight.
This event on the bottom of the screen there. 99 comes up the field on the pass rush. Fournette on the short gain. Obviously, that angle you can't see, but we'll see the result of it here. Young is down and looked to be in quite a bit of pain when the athletic trainers came out to attend to him. We'll get you right back to MetLife Stadium for another 4th down in a moment. There is Chase Young. Actually, we don't need to go back to MetLife, guys. The punt team is on the field. There goes to the scene at FedEx Field. Obviously, the Washington fans concerned about what they hope is their franchise defender for years to come. Chase Young going down. Oh, man.
Okay, that wasn't a highlight, but
that's not a highlight. That was a little depression thing, but that wasn't a highlight.
Here's highlight number 2.
Showing pressure, Tampa Bay, and bringing it. Heineke, well protected to the end zone. Carter, the catch, and Washington has its largest lead of the season.
Design, understanding what the coverage is. You're going to press out here, so you've got inside leverage in a man-to-man situation with Delaney, so you press into him, and then you work to the corner right there. Heineke reads it perfectly, and what a throw.
We're just talking about this kid.
That throw was right there on the money, huh?
Yeah, it was.
And for him to track that ball like that too, nice.
Here is highlight number 3 before we move on.
Heineke on the slant for McLaurin. He takes the hit and has the first down.
Man.
Okay,
You know what that reminded me of? The PR jump.
Yeah. So that was a dirty hit.
Oh, yeah. And I was pissed. I was like, dog, they didn't even call no flag on that slip?
Yeah. 2 penalties. First one is helmet to helmet. Second one, hit on the defenseless receiver.
No, it should have been just a late hit.
No, definitely wasn't a late hit. Definitely was a hit on the defenseless receiver. The receiver was already tackled.
I'm surprised he ain't got a concussion.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I said after the game, we have to definitely check on Terry McLaurin. It says he had a shoulder injury, but he got up pretty slow. I mean, it was like, like he got fired up and everything. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure.
He had to shake that joint off, yeah. You can tell.
I'm pretty sure when he got on that sideline, when he sat down, he felt it. He definitely felt it. But yeah, I got some more highlights. Don't worry. We're going to play some, towards the end of the show. Casey Toohill definitely stepped up. Him and Shaka Tony definitely filled in for
No, them two have no choice right now. They are guys right now. They're guys right now.
But listen, they tried Kaliki Hudson earlier in the season. He didn't match out. He tried James Smith-Williams. He ain't bad, but again, he didn't really match out either. But Casey Toohill and Shaka Tony, they did their thing as perfect fill-ins for Chase Young in Week 10. And they brought the pressure. Both of them.
Yeah, like I said, there's no. It's going to be a huge drop off from Montez Sweat and Chase Young to those two guys. But like I said, they got to step up. They got to have the next man up mentality. That's all. They are D guys right now.
Yeah. So to answer your question, Shears, is they are going to get Matt Ioannidis more involved inside of the defense with Chase being out. Also, look more ahead at seeing a lot of Tim Settles this for the rest of the season. So
man.
Yeah, so you're gonna see Matt Ioannidis and Tim Settle definitely get involved back into this defensive game plan. Now that Chase is out. So also I've also heard rumors. I'm not sure if this is true, but I've also heard that they're going to try Deron Payne on the outside at defensive end. So I'm not sure how much of that is true, but definitely I'm all for it. Whatever needs to happen to update the pressure and keep the pressure going, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Put a stamp on that. Let's see. Next thing is we're gonna talk a little about Chase Young. Chase Young is being out for the season. I think he needs a do-over, like you said. I think he needs a do-over. It's unfortunate that this game when you was starting to fire on all get a ACL injury that took you out for the season. You
can see that don't pop. His whole body just locked up, and his arms dropped. Yeah, he just like shit. And then he looked like he was ready to cry. I was like, yeah, he broke something. Something popped. So, man, I just want him to get better, get healthy again, and go back to the drawing board, baby. That's all I can tell you.
The one thing that I did admire is they actually wanted to bring the stretcher out. He said, no, I'm bringing no stretcher out. I want to walk off. He walked off, came back out on crutches, and was there to keep his defense motivated. And after the game in the press conference, they asked William Jackson, they asked Kendall Fuller, and they said, Chase might have been out of the game, but he wasn't out of the game. Like, we still felt his presence. Like, his presence was still on the field, even if he wasn't on the field. Like, we We ride by him. We play for him. We play by him. That's just what it is. They really respect this team.
Leadership.
Yeah, that's leadership right there, you know. And I think that even with his time being out, I think he's really going to get hands-on with Jack Del Rio and help these guys, help the next man up and get prepared for the rest of the season. So definitely, I admire the leadership. He's definitely the guy. I think he is our franchise defensive end. You know, I think he will stay here for as long as we
gotta see. We gotta see.
Everyone wanted Young to be elite pass rusher, but maybe he's clowny. An elite athlete who is a good pass rusher and really good at other things. Maybe he's Mario Williams. He has a good career. And
what did I just say?
What did I say?
What did I just say?
I also said Mario Williams, though, right? I also
you
said
did. You did. I don't see the Mario. The Mario Williams had 2 really good seasons, though. Like he was in the elite stats for 2 good seasons. He had like what 18, 17, 19 sacks. But when I told you, when I watched Chase play, we done seen Chase play for almost 2 seasons. The dude remind me of Jadeveon Clowney. I've been screaming it, and you was like, "What?" I was like, "No, it's no disrespect. I think Jadeveon Clowney is a good ass player. He ain't an elite pass rusher. He's going to make some big, huge plays in the backfield. He's going to get a sack here and there, some fumbles and some picks. He's very fast and agile and strong. I don't see him as I look at Von Miller, Cuz from the Browns. Keep forgetting this dang name, man. But Cuz from the Browns, those are elite pass rushers. That's what we were just talking about last week. I was like, dog, Jadeveon Clowney is what I see out of him. And that ain't bad. I take that. Jadeveon Clowney is a Pro Bowl player a few times. The dude can play. He's still in the league. He's not gonna be that dude that you're gonna be scared. I'm like, you're gonna be scared of him. You're gonna be like, yeah, like watch him, he can go off. But you gotta do like Von Miller, them dudes that they just pass rush specialists. I don't get that vibe from him. He's all over. He's good in the run. He makes plays in the tackle for losses in the backfield. But as a pass rusher, he's still got some grooming to do. I'm not writing him off, but for right now, I've been saying this for the past 2 or 3 weeks. I was like, yeah, he's Jadeveon Clowney. And you was like, oh, hell nah. He need more, give him more time. Right now, he's Jadeveon Clowney 2.0. From everything you see him play, he's Jadeveon Clowney 2.0.
Yeah, but like you said,
it's just weird to hear that from somebody else.
Mario had 2 seasons. Like I said, he did have those 2 seasons, but they was after 2 or 3 years of him being in the league.
Yeah,
you know. So that's also what I said as well. So I think that maybe Chase Young is just a late bloomer.
Like I said, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. I just don't see him as a double sack digit guy like everybody wants him to be. That dude, he's good as hell in the run game.
I think he will be next year. Because he's gonna have a chip on his shoulder.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see.
Right. Yeah. We're gonna see. Next thing first is Antonio Gibson back?
No. No.
He definitely has played harder than I've seen him play.
That's only because the offensive coordinator actually ran a damn ball.
All right.
You think he's back?
I think he's getting back.
I still think he's hurt, and he's just playing through it. He's been the baller. He's playing through it, and I respect him for that.
But like I said, he's been running like he's 240.
Yeah, I mean he's running with his pads. He's running through his pads.
The kid is only like 215, 220 maybe. I mean, the kid, he's small.
We got 8 games left. That's enough time to see what that young man can do. He already got about 500 yards rushing, I think.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. But like I said, that ain't bad for him to barely get the football either. So
yeah,
ain't bad.
Young has already been all pro with 7 sacks. Maybe he's more Arrington. He's so used to whining with winning with size and athleticism. He's undisciplined like Aronson, but his gifts will lead him to win.
I can't compare Chase Young and LeVar Arrington. I can't. I honestly can't do that.
Oh, he's 230. Okay, then that explains it. That explains it. Okay.
Like I said, they used him in the passing game. He ran a couple wide receivers. You can see the wide receiver moves in the hands of him. That was good. Gibson had a really solid game. Once again, you got 8 games left. He still haven't ran over 100 yards yet. But like I said, that's also due to the offensive coordinator and also we getting blown out. He'll never be AP. No. No. But no, like I said, Gibson, that's another dude. Him, Taylor Heineke, and these guys. Let me just see what y'all got, man. Like right now, we doing is like I said, we ain't nothing but couch analyst guys, and we watch the game and we enjoy it. And these dudes football is hard, especially when you play in the NFL.
Hold on.
So, what?
The difference that I've been seeing with Antonio Gibson in Week 10 is one thing that I've been saying this whole season.
What's that?
Cover the ball. He's been covering the ball, folks.
Yeah.
He's been covering the ball. He makes sure that he cuff it. He been making sure. So I
just want to see once again, man. I just want to see Scott. This is now. You should know what your offense is. It's very obviously what this team's strength is. What they're going to be decent and pretty good at. They can get better at it. It's up to him to coach that. Like I said,
agree.
he might go out against Carolina and want to pass the ball 40 times. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like if that dude does that, it's going to throw off everything.
Right.
Taylor Heineke needs a running game. He needs a running game to assist him. Take some of that pressure off of him. That's why he played so well last week.
That's every quarterback, even Tom Brady. You see, the running game wasn't really effective with Leonard Fournette.
But I've been screaming this ever since the damn Packers game. I'm like, dude, run the ball. If you got, what's the purpose? Like even the same thing with the Chiefs game when I was there. I'm seeing Antonio Gibson averaging 5 to 6 yards a pop. And then you'll run the ball one time. You run the ball 2 times with Antonio Gibson. He gets you 12 yards over 2 carries. Then the rest of the half slim, you throwing the ball. And then you want him to run the ball 6 more times in the second half. That's Scott Turner, bro.
Yeah.
If my running back is averaging 5 to 6 yards a pop, I'm going to feed the ball until y'all stop it. And then I'm going to have my dude bootleg and run the play action. Then you told me this Bama said he don't like running bootleg.
Yeah.
What are you here for?
Yeah, but they ran a lot of bootleg though. They ran a lot of bootleg in Week 10.
Was this past weekend?
Yeah.
I gotta go back and watch it again. I'll watch it.
It was a few, but he's starting to learn that you got to use the players for what their abilities are. And,
I just got to work for NFL. They talking about Heineke trending up after that game. I'm like, it's just one game.
I mean, listen,
that's the way I'm looking at it.
Listen, it's two things that a lot of quarterbacks can't say. They lost to Tom Brady in the playoffs.
They beat Tom Brady. It's only a handful of quarterbacks. You're right. It's only a handful.
It's only a handful of quarterbacks that can be up there and say, I'm not a starting quarterback, but I beat Tom Brady.
Hold on. Cam Newton beat Tom twice. He's 2-0 against New England.
But he's a starting quarterback, though.
Yeah, true.
I'm talking about guys like Nick Foles. Guys like
I forgot about this to Nicky Foles.
Nick Foles. Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh yeah. Hold on. He beat Tom with the Dolphins?
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
And Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke can finally say, I beat Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's on his resume.
Yeah.
It's on his resume. You beat the GOAT.
Yeah. All the while, just 4 months ago, you were studying for your final exam. It's weird. You were studying for your final exam, and you got the call saying, hey, suit up. I mean, it's crazy when you think about
let that dude ball out this year. Let's see we can actually have enough tape and film on him, you'd be like, all right, we know exactly officially what he is. But for him to show up and ball up against like you said, a really good elite team and the Super Bowl champions, you show up and you ball out, you earn respect to continue to keep playing. I'm tired of switching quarterbacks. Let's let them have it. Who else? Like I said, you just let them have it. Who knows? That dude might progress for the rest of this season. We don't know. Let them have it. Let's see what we got.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk. We've been talking a lot about the offense. Now let's switch gears and let's talk about this defense a little bit. We've been talking about the defensive line. Let's talk about these linebackers and the secondary. I'd actually want to piggyback off what Shears was saying. Landon Collins switching over to linebacker, Buffalo nickel, was the best thing was one of the best things that has happened for this defense. He's been very effective on the line of scrimmage. And I think that would be the key to not allowing Cam Newton to use his legs that much in the Week 11 game. The linebackers, I really love the way they did their thing on Sunday. Cole Holcomb was there.
Man, he's been balling out for weeks, man.
What I did admire, and this is not something that I say that should happen, but I want to see it happen at least once or twice, is Chase Young getting back in coverage for a little bit to protect that middle ground. I loved it. You send the linebackers out of coverage. You let Chase Young, the athletic guy, go back in coverage and just protect the middle. That's all you got to do. Protect the middle. And he did good that one play. He did good that one play. So now the question is, who are you going to use now? And I think that, Jamin Davis, just has to step up. He did pretty good. Look, Cole Holcomb did pretty good. Landon Collins did pretty good. The secondary did amazing. I'm sad that Kendall Fuller wasn't able to get that interception, because that was an interception. Just want to throw that out there. That was definitely an interception. Like I don't know.
I'm not gonna argue with you on that.
It was crazy because Bobby McCain, he got an interception, and then
he been ball hawking, just never came down with it until last week. He done dropped some interceptions like bad.
Yeah,
bad.
Definitely dropped some interceptions in Miami, and
he's supposed to have 4 picks this season.
Yeah,
he only had, instead of that one, he's supposed to have like 4 picks. Dude done dropped some easy jumps.
Yeah. So, and then William Jackson, him being healthy, him being 100% healthy now was definitely the key. He did a great job with neutralizing Mike Evans as much as he could. This is a very tough task to be asking to shut down Mike Evans. Like, the guy was what, 230, 240, maybe 245, and 6'4". This is a big guy. This is excellent. And William Jackson is only what, maybe 220 and 6'1". That's a lot to ask for. So William Jackson definitely did a good job. I think we're missing Benjamin St. Juste a little bit.
Yeah, man, that was John Burn. He didn't play last game because I was like, man, that height and his speed.
Yeah, I think that once William Jackson come back, I think that secondary would go back to being, that ball hawk or just that all around defensive effort there. I'm very excited.
He's on concussion though. He's on concussion.
Yeah, he's on the concussion protocol. They said that he should be good. They do expect him to play against Carolina, but that's only, if progress is shown between now and Friday. Gotcha. So there will definitely be more updates on, BSJ as we look ahead against this Washington Carolina game. Also, one guy that I do want to very much give props to, because we've been saying that we need to see more of him, and that's Cam Curl. Cam Curls definitely hasn't stepped off or hasn't stepped back from 2020 season Cam Curl.
Nope.
Like he was everywhere on the field. He was everywhere on the field last past game. And I don't know, like this kid, I think he's definitely has
He's gonna be this next year during the middle season, if he's still playing the way he's playing, he's still starting and everything, you're gonna have to get in the contract and pay him. He's gonna be young. This is gonna be his third year. Some of these guys you got to start paying now.
Yeah, and it did show in the beginning of the season. They paid Jonathan Allen.
Yeah,
they gave Jonathan Allen that money, and it's very well worth it. Very much. He's definitely giving what we paying for. But yeah, we did play a lot of man last game, as we should have. The Buccaneers is definitely a team where you need to be playing mostly man on man in that zone. But yeah, that face mask on Evans by William Jackson was a little. I was like, come on, you gotta do better. You gotta do better. You can't.
Like you said, that's a big dude. He was trying to bring him down. So I understand.
Like I said, he's a big guy. Like, I'm not sure if you guys have seen Mike Evans stand beside William Jackson last game.
But it's a total height advantage.
Yeah, it's a total height advantage. And I think that we needed.
I felt bad for Kendall Fuller, Slim. When he scored on Kendall Fuller, I was like, dog, that's a mismatch. The whole time I'm watching, I'm like, cuz Kendall Fuller's only 5'11", 6 feet even. I think he's 5'11". And I was like, dog, you got him on Mike Evans. I was like, dog, Tom about to just throw that motherfucker up. And that's exactly what he did, man.
Yeah.
And Kendall Fuller was arguing with him. He was like, dog, he just swim moved over him, yeah? Like a little kid.
So, and like I said, that was a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was an interception.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, I'm not arguing with you about that.
It sucks because we know Kendall Fuller is not the better brother. He's not the better brother. But
Kendall Fuller is good.
He's not the better brother, though.
Oh, he's not Cal.
Yeah.
No.
He's not Cal.
But I'm not going to take anything from Kendall Fuller. Kendall Fuller's a baller.
Oh, yeah. Definitely a baller. He pulled Fuller's jersey and pushed him, though, if you watch the game. Evans says it's on sideline. He grabbed his jersey and swim with him. Yeah. There was definitely some calls that wasn't called that I was a little mad at.
Son, come on, man. It's sweet Tom, son. You know how that goes, man. You got to take how you get it when you play him, Slim. You got to take it because the ref's going to always look out for him.
Yeah, like that Antoine Winfield hit on Terry McLaurin. Like, I almost broke my TV because I'm like, that can't happen. Like, that can't happen. Hits like that can't. That was definitely Avonte's perfect hit. Man. That's what put me in the mind of when I saw that hit.
Because he crushed Terry, dog. I was like, dog, Terry might not get up. Then Terry got up slow a little bit, like you said. I do remember Terry getting up a little slow. It took him a second to get up. Man.
That definitely took me back to the Danny Trevathan and Antonio Brown hit. That was the exact hit that it was.
You right.
That was the exact hit that it was. And when it happened, I was like, yeah, you got to call that, ref. You got to call that.
Tom, they let a lot of stuff go, man. When it comes to Tom, they let a lot of stuff go, dog. That's why I don't like Tom Brady. I don't like him. So I was even extra happy it was against him.
Yeah, that's what I said. These rules are made for Tom ass. Yeah, definitely.
Come on, man. That's Wonder Boy. That's Wonder Boy. Yeah. He's NFL's Wonder Boy.
NFL is translation for Tom. All pun intended.
Man, what? You know how I feel about him, dog. I don't have no respect for him, yeah.
So we're gonna talk a little bit about this reunion as we talked about it earlier. Rivera versus Cam once again. Like I said, I didn't think that we would see Cam Newton in the Panthers jersey ever again.
Who did?
Like ever again. Like I think Matt Rule swallowed his pride. I think last week when he signed the card, when he signed the
But PJ Walker didn't play bad though.
He didn't, but still, Matt Rule had to swallow his pride. You tried to go for Sam. You tried to go for Sam Darnold, and I guess it was working out.
You thought it was going to work in the first 4 weeks, the 3 or 4 weeks, and then after that, you got to saw Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you thought it was going to work when you played the Broncos, the Jets, the Vikings, and the Bears. You thought it was going to work, but then you played Dallas, the Chiefs, and other contenders. You realize that it's not it. Something has to happen. Sam Darnold got injured, and now what do? You just go ahead and go with PJ Walker, or you sign the best man available. And the best man was available is this kid right here, number 1. He brought him in, and he did exceptionally well against the Cardinals. I mean, there's nothing I can say. Matt Rule was like, do you be Superman? That's exactly what it was. It doesn't look like there was a play ran. I think what happened was Matt Rule went back to film when they signed him. He went back to the film, but when Cam was in Carolina, and he said, okay, and drew up some plays and gave it to Cam. Was like, hey, this is the playbook. I need you to look at it, and you go out and do your thing. Do what Cam Newton does best. And that's what Cam Newton did. Cam Newton came out and did what Cam Newton does best. Now, the question is, a lot of people say that this puts the Carolina in favor of next week. And I said, I love Cam. I wish he was here, but he's not doing none of that on us. It's just,
Bruh, once again, he's going to eat. He's going to get in the end zone. I want to make sure I make that clear.
He's not. That's my hot take.
You telling me he's not going to score a touchdown?
That's my hot take. He's going to have a passing touchdown. Definitely not going to have no rushing touchdown. Yeah, that's my hot take. Ring the bell on that one. Definitely.
I'm just going to keep my mouth closed on that situation.
The question is definitely what Rages asks. Can Cam be consistent? That's the question. We've seen him have the spark in New England.
Before COVID?
But he wasn't consistent, though. That's the question. It's consistency. Just like you saying with Washington, it's the consistency is the question. And I think this is what this game is all about. This is what the game is all about. Cam going to get a rushing touchdown. Bet $10. You know what? I see that.
Hey, Ray, don't say nothing. That's why I'm going to keep my mouth closed. Cam is going to ball. That dude just has it in him. I'm telling you, you're not going to stop him. No, the Bama had 12 rushing touchdowns as a quarterback to the goal line. Bruh, I ain't got nothing else to say. I just want to see what you're talking about, but I know he's going to get his. Do I know if they're going to win the game? I don't know that yet. But to say that he ain't going to score, he's going to run that rock, Slim.
I think this defense is going to stay consistent as long as there's no injuries. I think this no injuries to the front seven. This defense has been consistent the last 3-4 games.
Yeah,
they have been consistent. They have been consistent on containing quarterbacks. And,
good quarterbacks, though.
Yeah, good quarterbacks.
And they picking them off. They're picking them off and everything.
They was able to contain Patrick Mahomes. They was able to contain these guys. And
for a whole half. And then after halftime, he spanked our asses.
Yeah, he was able to contain Jameis Winston a little bit.
No, like I said, the past month, the
But
defense has progressed and got better each week.
yeah, like these quarterbacks do the passing game is what I'm worried about. But these mobile quarterbacks that we played against, they have been contained.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're going to see.
So the question is who
yeah,
will
but
be
dog. Cam Newton is a defensive end at quarterback, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Jonathan Allen is a defensive tackle.
Yeah, like I said, they're going to hit him. They're going to hit him. He's going to get hit because he holds the ball. Like I said, we're going to see. I'm excited. Welcome back, Cam. I wish he, like I said, I really wish he was here because he bring that toughness that I want to this team, the physicality.
Yeah, definitely welcome back, Cam. Definitely welcome back. Hat takes from I actually just said my hat take. Cam will not have a rushing touchdown. I love Cam. I'm glad that he's back in Carolina, but you're an enemy on Sunday. So I got to take it for what it is. You won't have a rushing touchdown. You will have a passing touchdown. I think Robbie Anderson will get that touchdown or DJ Moore, one of those guys. But you will not have a rushing touchdown against us. So that's
like you said, Ron knows him. Ron going to probably sit here and break him down, and they're going to figure some stuff out.
I agree. Cold takes from the champ. You got anything?
Once again, the topic of today's show is, can you do it again? What I mean by that, can you go out there and execute a well game plan against another team that's in the thick of the playoffs? This is a 500. I think they 5-4 or something like that, or 4-5.
5-6.
No, I think they 4-5 probably. I guess I don't know. Is it a 5 or 4 or 4-5? They in the hunt for the playoffs. They are considered a 7th seed. They are, if the playoffs started, they'll be. I think they'll be a 7th seed or whatever. That defense, like I mentioned again, for Carolina is good, but my cold take is, can you do it again? Just plain and simple. Go out there, ball out again, win the game. Show me that y'all got a game plan, y'all got a scheme, and y'all got an actual game plan. Just show me. That's all I'm asking for.
Alrighty. So here's what I do want to explain is that, just like you said, this game here is going to chalk it up to who is consistent. It's going to be a consistency game.
It has to be.
Who will win the consistent battle? That's what it's going to be with this game here. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm all for it. I'm
What's
all
your score
for it.
then?
I'm going to say 21-17, Washington. No, I take that back. 24-17. I think, 24-17, Washington.
It's one thing everybody is not talking about too about this game this weekend is there's a bad white boy in that backfield, and he's back. Christian McCaffrey. Man, that's another dude that's gonna get his regardless because they run that offense heavily through him. I'm gonna say all right, 24-14.
Who's winning?
It's gonna be on. I'm gonna. Man, I can't. I'm gonna rock with Washington on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna rock with this one. The reason why I'm gonna rock with this because, like I said, the defense has honestly been progressing for the past month. They've been getting better for the past month. Exactly why I keep Cam off the field.
That's true. That is going to be the key. That's one of the keys to the game. Is listen. The reason why Buccaneers lost is because they allowed for Washington to stay on the field for 10 minutes in the last drive.
The defense couldn't get us off the field.
Yeah. The last drive went on for 10 minutes. That was the last drive. You can't that's what has to happen. You have to keep Cam off the field.
Yeah, or we're gonna have to get up on these dudes fast, quick, in a hurry. We gotta be up some points.
So
it's either that.
Definitely, Brady. Thank you for pointing that out. Cam, I think Ron Rivera's going to go into this just the way he went into the Bucks game, is having a long period of time possession, and not
And
only
having a
that,
run game, producing a run game.
producing the run game, staying consistent, not being predictable. So
I just want to see your man run for another 100 yards, Slim.
yeah,
I know he's hurt, but I would like to see him get 100.
yeah.
He is not hit at all.
We will see how this offensive line holds up because Brian Burns is back.
Oh,
Yeah, he's back.
dang, I forgot about Cuz. He's sharp too.
Yeah,
He's staying hurt though.
Yeah, he's back. He's back.
I think the only everybody worried about Cam Newton. I'm telling you, Christian McCaffrey scares me, and then DJ Moore is a problem too. But since Cam is back, and if Cam could push that ball downfield, then Robbie Anderson is going to go off. But if Cam we don't know. Like I said, Cam hasn't played football for 11 months. I think he's healthy as an ox, dog.
Yeah,
I think he's healthy. He might sling that jump. You never know. Never know.
yeah. One thing that I'm very interested to see is how this is Terry McLaurin definitely break out. I definitely need to see Terry McLaurin break out.
He's having a solid season.
I mean, yeah, I'm saying like I need him to break out this game. Like I'm talking 11 catches for 150 yards.
So they're gonna put Stephon Gilmore on him the whole game, bro.
I'm not worried about that.
You tripping?
I'm not worried about that.
Stephon Gilmore, I respect him.
Hey, and I respect Terry McLaurin even more. Here's why: Terry McLaurin just came against the best of the best, and was still able to get touchdowns. I'm not worried about Stephon Gilmore. Not at all. I'm not worried.
No, I just respect him. You can't just like you can't make it seem like he ain't nothing.
I respect his game.
Dude came there. He got 2 interceptions and back-to-back weeks.
Like I said, I respect this game, but this is Terry McLaurin we're talking about here.
Yeah, Terry is a baller. We've seen Terry go up against good corners and spank them too. But like I said, let's be cautious, and we're a 3-win team. We got some good players on here, but we still got a quarterback that's still learning how to play the ball or getting adjusted to the game. So let's just ease it there, Turbo. Let's just ease it there. For real, let's just ease it there. I ain't gonna take nothing away from dogs. They picked up Stephon Gilmore for a reason. That's a lockdown corner. Terry got have his hands full. He's gonna have to ball out.
Definitely. I want to let you guys know that you guys too can travel like royalty with the HOG-side as partner with Royal Elite Travels. It is an independent travel business that is ran by none other than Ashante Keener. Make sure that you guys definitely hit her up to travel at Royal Elite Travels on Facebook. Definitely for all your travel needs. If you guys love a peace of mind, not having to worry about last minute flights, last minute rentals, and things like that, definitely want to go ahead and reach out to her. All right. I also want to let you guys know that the HOG-side is brought to you by Velocity Sports. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. The show is every Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys can see it at the bottom. You guys have any questions, anything that you guys want to predict, you guys want to talk about, make sure that you guys hit us up. Hit us up on the Facebook page, Twitter page, and on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe for all your WFT updates, news, and predictions. Champ, what you about to say?
You almost forgot, buddy. We looking for one lucky. Matter of fact, 2. It could be 2, maybe 1 or 2 fans for next week. Me and CJ have been working on something cool and new to do with you guys. It's going to be called Washington Football Trivia. You guys got to answer a certain amount of questions correctly. And if you do, we'll try to hook you guys up with a prize, man. You know, something fun and appreciation for everybody watching. You guys don't understand. Me and CJ, we love football. I met this dude. We worked together. We talked about football, and we love talking football with you guys, man. So we want to show some love to the fans and everything, man. We love the guys that's interactive in the chat room while we're doing it. I love it. It's the participation. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? I love being around other football people. So we would like to do something nice for you guys, and see if you guys know the Washington football team pretty good enough. Just answer some questions in a row. If you get them correct and get a good score, get a prize your way, man. Something just to show appreciation for y'all taking time out of y'all day just to chill with us. We appreciate it.
And also, before we end, I just wanted to put out one question, just one question, to see if you guys can get this. Just a little.
Are you gonna slap him with a test, sir? A test?
Yeah, just slap him with a test. This coach served as the offensive line coach from 2004 to 2009. What was his name? This coach served as the offensive line coach from 2004 to 2009. What was his name?
Oh, man.
I mean, you guys should get this though. This is like one of the easiest questions that I thought was on this.
When you put for 2004 to 2009, it's definitely not Bill Callahan.
Yeah, no, definitely not. If you are a true Washington fan, you guys should definitely get this, right? So
all right, give them another 10 seconds, then let's reveal the answer.
Exactly. Definitely.
Man, that's a good one too. It's not Bill Callahan. It's definitely not Bill Callahan. Is he on another team still coaching?
No.
Oh, so he's retired. All right. Let's give the fans 10 seconds if you guys are still watching. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Show me your answers.
And you might show him in a second. Ray got it. He's not even a fan.
Hey, reveal it.
And he's not even a fan. That is right. It is.
Who was Ray's team?
San Fran.
Wow. Okay.
Joe Bugle. Joe Bugle.
Joe Bugle was a respected dude, yeah.
Yes, definitely. He was the offensive coordinator for Washington from, I want to say, 89 to 97. And then he retired for some years. Then they came back when Gibbs came back.
2.0, yeah.
And
he looked at the fuck. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We wanted to do it off the mind, but that's what Google was there for. So we ain't going, you know what I'm saying? But we like to, that's what I'm saying. That was a tester. It's going to be different when you on the show. There's no Googling. You just got it off the head, man. That's keep it fair.
Off the head. So this
but that was a good answer, though.
Yeah, he served as the offensive line coach from 2004 to 2009. That was the Jansen, Chris Samuels, that offensive line,
Putting forward, it's all
yeah, definitely. Right, I forgot. Yeah, Ray did used to work for the Skins. I forgot about that. He used to work. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, so this is how it's going to go. It is a trivia. All right. There will be two guys. There'll be two people, two fans, to go head to head, and whoever answers correctly, whoever gets the most answered, wins the game. Okay, wins the game, and they win a small prize. All right, they win a small prize. Prize can be anything. It can be a memorabilia. It could be a gift card to any major store. It can be a gift card to any major store. It is the holidays, so
it's participation and showing love, man. That's all. We appreciate y'all taking our time and letting us, chill and watch it.
Ain't he? He undercover Skins fan, Fun fact that a lot of people didn't know, that in 2007, Washington had two offensive coordinators on the roster. One got fired, and that's when they brought over this San Fran offensive coordinator afterwards. That was a fun fact, and that is Al Saunders.
Hey, hold on. Al Saunders also came from not just San Fran, Kansas City too.
I believe so.
Yes, sir.
I believe so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're right.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir.
Absolutely. Ray know a little bit about Al Saunders. But I definitely want to thank you guys. Next week, definitely next week, make sure you guys definitely tune in. We're gonna have a Thanksgiving special. It is the holidays. So we're gonna have a Thanksgiving special. It is turkey time.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, we don't have a Thursday night game this year for Thanksgiving, but you know, the HOG-side, we always do, you know, turkey time. We had a great episode last year. We're gonna have a great episode next week. So make sure that you guys tune in because it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be trivias, and it's gonna be prizes won. You guys get to kick it with your two favorite podcast hosts for the Washington football team. So again, I am CJ the Hug. This is DMV the Champ. You guys have a good night. Peace out.
Hey.